Okay. Thank you very much. And he's right, we will be taking your checks. Any organization that aspires to greatness has to be led by an incredible visionary board of directors. We have that, and I'm very pleased to introduce to you this morning the chair of the Indy-Humane Board of Directors, Mr. Jim Luce.
2 minutes or less, I promise. So I was thinking this morning about what exactly it was that I wanted to say, and I was kind of at a loss for how to go about this. So when I'm in that situation, I went to my reference of choice, Wikipedia, and looked up the word philanthropy, and I want to tell you what it said there. As of 6 a.m. this morning, now it may have changed since then, it said the philanthropy was the love of humanity, love in the sense of caring for, nourishing, developing, or enhancing. And what I need to convey to you this morning is that I really feel that's exactly what Larry Rubin did for us. He enhanced, developed, nourished, and has helped the Humane Society along the way, and for that we are incredibly grateful. So thank you again, Larry. I would use the same word, philanthropy, to describe the people who will serve in this clinic. No one here is going to get rich. They're here because they love this mission. They want to serve these neighborhoods, this city, and these animals. So I am incredibly grateful for the leadership of John Aylshire and Kirsten Vantwood and the other folks that you're going to meet this morning. So I'm thankful to be able to be part of this humble work, and welcome.
And finally, if there is one person who has literally given blood, sweat, and tears for this project and nurtured it along, it is the person who will serve as the director of this fine facility, Kirsten Vantwood. I am so proud of her, and this is her moment, and I would like to introduce to you the director of the Indianapolis Animal Welfare Center, Ms. Kirsten Vantwood.
Well, the center has had, over the last 3 years, an amazing number of visionaries who have nurtured it along. The mantra, "it takes a village," actually only holds partially true, because in this sense, it's taken a city. Indy-Humane is thrilled at the opportunity to offer these services, but we could not have done it alone from this location, and we are so thrilled to have the support of the Animal Welfare Alliance in our city, and specifically 4 partner groups that will be housed here with Indy-Humane. FIDO, which is Friends of Indianapolis Dogs Outside, is an advocacy group that works with owners who need to keep their dogs outside for whatever reason. They offer solutions to sheltering, to fencing. They offer more than that, in that they provide basic services like vaccinations. They do community work all the time right in the neighborhood. So they're taking their mission to the streets. We also have the Indy Pit Crew, which is a pit bull advocacy group that also holds community days all throughout our city, offering these services to the community who's most at need. We have the Spay Neuter Service of Indiana, who is a group that actually works statewide, and they are responsible for the lovely pet-friendly plates that you will see all over our parking lot. Their work across the state of Indiana over the last 35 years has allowed them to help spay and neuter over 64,000 animals, which saves lives in every jurisdiction, in every county of our state. And we're just really honored to have them as part of this facility. We also have Pit Bull Education and Rescue Group Casa del Toro is part of our facility, and they work with a national organization providing the Pets for Life program, which again is going door to door in communities throughout Indianapolis, taking much needed services, offering spay neuter, and educating the public where they live so that folks don't have to travel to them. So these 4 groups with Indy-Humane housed in one spot are unique to the country, unique to our city, and we really think we're going to be able to make a positive impact. But in order to have all 4 of these groups and Indy-Humane in one spot, we had to have an incredible design team help us make this new home. We started about 3 years ago with another facility here in town that did not come together, but our design team worked on it even then. And Daryl Nicholson and his interns, Sarah and Jenny, have worked with us through the IUPUI partnership that we have. They've designed and redesigned and renovated and shrunk and changed over the years to provide what you see today. We had the architecture team from Halstead Architects. Mike could not be here with us today, but his team is here, and they helped us with these plans so that we could develop them and get them to our wonderful construction manager, Andy Campos. Andy and his crew, John, Tim, Isidro, Kelly Hall, Chris Medcalf, the folks from Bright House, the folks from Ace Security, they have worked over the last several months to make sure that we have a home that we can be happy in and that people will flock to. We've been really well welcomed by the Westside Community Development Corporation. Phil Vota is here today. It's been lovely to be included in the work that's going on in Hawville because we're right in the center of it. So we're so happy to be here. We also would like to very much thank Mr. Jack Kessler, who is actually our landlord here. Jack has been really supportive. He and Andy have a long working relationship and have just not said no to us. And I'm getting to really like people not saying no to me. So Jack has been wonderful to work with. His family is here every weekend checking on the progress to see how things are coming along. And we're also very grateful to Mr. Brad Stout, who allowed us to actually do some salvage work at one of his properties at its veterinary clinic. And so some of the cabinetry and eventually in the spay-neuter clinic, a lot of our equipment has actually come from Mr. Stout's property. So we're grateful to those gentlemen as well, who are new friends to Indy Humane. I would especially like to thank my my friend, my mentor, and my collaborator in this project, Miss Christine Jeske, who is our Chief of Operations at the shelter. Now, those of you who are familiar with Indy Humane realize that Christine literally works 24/7 doing things for our shelter, and yet over the last 3 years she has never failed to have time to encourage and guide and just tell me to just do it. So I want to thank you, because we wouldn't be here today without your guidance, and so I'm very grateful. Finally, I would like to thank all of the friends and family and colleagues that are here. This kind of stuff comes easily to those of us who work in the shelter because we're passionate about what we do, and our partner groups are the same way. We're passionate, and we would do this without fail, which is sometimes difficult on our families and our family schedules and the real world. But we could not be here without all of you letting us just check out and do what we need to do with blood, sweat, and tears in facilities like this. So I want to thank each and every one of you there. You're all so special to this facility, to the work that we do, and to me. So thank you very much. I'll turn it back over to John. Please wander around and see what we are going to be able to do starting next Monday at 10 o'clock. So thank you very much.
I think it's time to invite Larry to come up and join us. We're going to cut the ribbon and invite you to tour, meander, enjoy some food, ask questions, and to see phase 1. Phase 2 comes as soon as we get the money, so we'll be accepting checks in the back, okay? All right. Come to the front door.
See the ribbon on the door? Yeah. They're going to cut it, okay?
Yeah.
Then I cut it open. Sit down like here? Yeah.